Hey, Apple Biters and Appletinis, this is Les, aka Sister Slayer, here at the Video Game Con in Parsippany, New Jersey, and I am standing here with Mr. Jason DeLoya of Dead End Threads. And one of the reasons why we decided that we wanted to really interview this guy and see what's going on in his mind is his fabulous t-shirts behind him. These t-shirts are so freaking awesome. It just drew me to them. In particular, this one right here, which is a Doom theme, which was the game that started it all for me when I started gaming. So of course I had to spend my last 30 bucks on this one. Hello, Jason. Thank you so much for taking this interview with us. So tell me, how did you get started with this? How did you come up with this concept and this art? It's just really awesome.
I started working at a print shop at Merch Now in Albany, New York, and seeing things printed for bands on tour, other brands, things like that. I kind of wanted to print my own shirts. Started with more of a tattoo theme, but as I started to realize I like more video games and horror and things like that, you start gravitating towards more of what you're actually into. So
what is it about your shirts that makes it different from anybody else that's selling like gaming t-shirts? I mean, I already know what I think about it, but what is it that you feel makes your shirts different?
All the shirts are custom designed, so I mean, you have a lot of stuff that's, bought wholesale. It's widely made, but when you're buying something here, it's by a local artist that, we're commissioning. We're, basically putting food on their table to then put food on our table. So it's good to, buy from hardworking artists and support artists in general.
So your artists, do you find them or do they find you?
Sometimes it's both. Sometimes they find me, sometimes I find them. A lot of times it started that they found me through either social media, messaging me, I like their style, and then we went from there.
So tell me a little bit about, there's a couple of artists here that have actually designed a couple of these shirts. In particular, this one, I know you told me a little story behind this one. So this one is a little comical, but tell me how this became comical as opposed to this one, which is kind of similar.
I want to do more of a kind of like style like the old Madballs from the 80s, but with all of the horror characters. And originally the artist's name is Julian. He started making this one, and then we went with this. And then he added the pink and the lightning bolt, and it looked kind of like an 80s, weekend party boys kind of shirt. Yeah. So I told him we'll take that too, and we printed up both of them.
Wow, I really love this. And I also love in particular this one. This one right here, if you're a wrestling fan, take a look at this if you can. That speaks volumes to a wrestling fan. Tell me a little bit about that one.
That is by an artist named Jackson Zorn. He's Jedi Jack Yeti on Instagram. Another artist friend of mine just linked us up. He had started sketching that, and I just think they're both comical characters in both of their respects. Horror can be pretty serious, and Crypt Keeper brings the comedy to it. Same with wrestling and Paul Bearer and The Undertaker. So we did a shirt like they're opening a funeral parlor together, and it has a phone number and an address and a slogan that says, "We work where you're going."
Oh man, I love that. I love that. Yeah, you said one of those. Is this the same guy that also designs for wrestling? He does t-shirts?
This is, I can't remember. Quan Ortiz out of California designed the Monster shirt up there. He does a lot of designs for, I think he works with AEW wrestlers and things like that now. So he has quite a few designs on different sites that are officially like working with these people he grew up watching. So it's cool to see where they go from when you start working with them.
What I really love about this is it gives me like certain feels. And what I could say about it is feels was the first thing that I really noticed about it was the retro dynamic. The first time I really experienced horror, the first time I got, involved in horror, and I really, really love these designs. I love these designs. Which one of these is your best seller?
I had the Splatterhouse shirt. This one right here, Everybody Loves Sam from Trick or Treat. I've been printing that for the past few years now. Right now it's also Doom. What else we got? And The Monsters I just reprinted, and that one's been going pretty good. It's the nostalgia, You don't see a lot of it either, so.
Yeah, you sure don't. So where are we going to see you next? I know that we've spoken, he's going to be at the New Jersey Horror Con, yes. But where are we going to see you in the next few weeks?
Next week, I will be in Lexington, Kentucky at Scarefest. The weekend after that, doing a local event in Albany, New York called Larkfest. It's like a big kind of block party thing. And then in Hartford, I'm doing Retro World Expo.
Right, so we're going to catch him. We're going to follow him. And where can we find you on social media?
Just everything is at Dead End Threads.
So there you go, Mr. Jason DeLoya of Dead End Threads. You guys need to check him out. And do you have a vending store online?
I do. It's deadendthreads.storenv.com.
All right, so check those shirts out. They are really, really awesome. If you are an old school horror fan, or you love wrestling, or if you just love video gaming like me, this is the guy to go to. See you later.